Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 VRC 8-Scale Nitro Buggy Spec Class World Championship. We are getting set to go here. Some great racing ahead of us. 7 drivers on the line for this one. We're off and underway. Take a look here. Robert Hillman leads us off. Justin Corral in that number 2 spot. Joe Lee in 3rd. Frosty Sinclair in the number 4 spot. William Dillon in the 5. Eli Rojas in the 6. And Andrew Chetty in the number 7 spot. Good battle early on here in this one. Justin Corral takes over the lead now from Robert Hillman. Hillman was your top qualifier here this weekend. Oh, all sorts of trouble there in 3rd and 4th. Up and over the big triple they go. That's going to be Eli Rojas working his way up to the number 3 spot now. Trying to close that gap up on our leaders. Look at the back and forth battle right now. Hillman and Justin Corral. Corral takes it back from him now. This is only 1 lap into this one. We got a 45-minute race ahead of us as they work their way on the left-hand side. Justin Corral takes over the lead now. Robert Hillman up at the number 2 spot. Coming back around to the line there, Eli Rojas in the 3 spot. Joe Lee in the 4. Andrew Chetty in the 5. Dillon and Sinclair. And Rojas coming up a little bit short there. 1st and 2nd right there together. Hillman looking for the inside line on Justin Corral. Through the whoop section they go. Corral in the all blue buggy, yellow wheels. Robert Hillman right there behind him in the red, white, and blue. Up and over they go. Through the double section. Hillman's got the inside line. He goes a bit wide. Into the triple now. Justin Corral. With these Nitro Spec buggies, you've got to get a perfect run out of that corner. You can't go too tight on the corner, even though it may be the faster line in the corner. If you're going to make it over that big triple, you've got to get a run at it. And look at here, a mistake by Justin Corral. He gets up on 2 wheels. Does not have to get corner marshaled, though. That allows Robert Hillman to take over the lead here in this one. Hillman, now your leader. Justin Corral going to be dropping a ways back. Eli Rojas up at the number 2 spot. Corral dropping back to 3rd now. Dillon in 4th. Andrew Chetty in 5th. Lee and Sinclair. Here they come back around into the center section of the whoops now. Eli Rojas, really impressive here in these early laps as he is starting to catch up to Robert Hillman a bit. They were 0.4 of a second apart that last time around. We'll see where they're at this time. Up and over the double they go. A great shot here that you see to face that giant triple jump in the center. Look how big that is right there. You see Hillman comes up a little bit short, unsettles the car bent. Eli Rojas gains a little bit of time on him. Justin Corral drops back 0.7 of a second in the number 3 spot. Here they come on the left-hand side. Through the switchbacks they go. Robert Hillman, your top qualifier. He's looking for a potential world championship win here in this one, but a lot of racing left to go. There's William Dillon in the number 4 spot. Just behind him is, in the 3 spot, Justin Corral in the 4 spot. As they work their way back around, Corral makes the move right there. Corral up into 3rd now. Oh, but look at this. Dillon takes it right back from him. And look at this. A great shot. All 3 of those buggies coming right into the whoop section there. Dillon in the white buggy, Corral in the blue. I believe that's going to be Andrew Chetty right there behind him. In that teal buggy, up and over the big triple they go now. Airing it out, William Dillon holding strong in the number 3 spot. His 1st and 2nd battling out. Looks like Eli Rojas may have taken over the lead as they work their way onto the back side of the track. Justin Corral pressuring hard right now on the back of William Dillon. He tries to make a move there, but Dillon takes it right back from him. On the left side they go down the front stretch now. Back around on the right-hand side. We're back to the battle for 1st and 2nd. Eli Rojas in the white buggy. Robert Hillman in the number 2 spot. So Rojas has taken over the lead, but here comes Hillman. Hillman trying to work his way back through right now. Rojas, he qualified, I believe, in the 9th position. Oh, and he's dropped back to the number 2 spot now as Hillman takes it over. But Rojas qualified in the 9th position, so not a front runner in qualifying, and he finds himself battling for the lead right now in this one. Up and over the big triple jump they go. Look at Rojas trying to make a move right back up. Oh, Rojas trying to make an inside line move where there's just not enough room. Catches that inside pipe there, rolls it over. That's going to give Hillman a little bit of breathing room now, but it looks like coming up behind him fast is going to be Justin Corral in the number 2 spot now. William Dillon will be up in the number 3 spot as they work their way down the front stretch. You can see as they head onto the right-hand side there, Justin Corral 0.8 of a second back from Hillman. Now those 2 were battling out early on, and remember Justin Corral made that mistake on the back side of the track. He dropped back to the number 4 spot, and he is working his way up now. Justin Corral last time by a 45.2. That is the fastest lap we've seen so far in this race, and proof that Justin Corral has the speed, but does he have the consistency to catch back up to Robert Hillman and take a world championship win here? As they work their way back on the left-hand side, we take a time shift. 15 minutes into this one. Look at the battle now we've got for the lead. Justin Corral going to be out front, lead the way. Robert Hillman in the 2 spot. Hillman dives back to the inside. And look at that. Both drivers whipping it over the kicker jump. As you can see, Hillman's car kicking it to the right. Justin Corral whipping it to the left. Hillman taking a hard, Corral taking a hard hit there on the back left. as they work their way onto the back left side of the track. Now first and second starting to spread themselves out. They got a 6-second lead at this point on Joel Lee, who's worked his way up to the number 3 spot. Here they come down the front stretch. Robert Hillman, he's starting to stretch out his lead a little bit, 9/10 of a second on Justin Corral. That time by a 46 flat for Hillman. Corral, as you can see, just a ways back from him there as they come back around into the whoop section. And it looks to me like Robert Hillman makes up most of his time on the right side of the track. Justin Corral makes up most of his time on the left side of the track. So kind of a split there between the two, and then we're going to start seeing just about the time they land from that big triple. Now Justin Corral, this is where he makes up his time, and as you can see, he's already closed up on the back door, Robert Hillman. Onto the back left side of the track they go. Here comes Corral looking for the inside, not able to make it happen. Back around on the left side, they step up, they drop down just in front of that starting gate. Down the long straight they go. Robert Hillman out front, 3/10 of a second now. So Justin Corral, that last time by, gained 6/10 of a second on Robert Hillman. As they work their way back on the right side, you see once again, here goes Hillman. He starts stretching out that lead on the right side. And once we hit that big triple jump, that's where Corral starts reeling him back in. So if Corral can ever hang with Hillman on that right-hand side, I think Corral has the potential to make the move and possibly take over the lead here in this one. Up and over the big triple jump they go there. Hillman looking pretty solid here in this one. Up and over the kicker they go, back onto the left side of the track. Now this is where Corral's going to start making up his time. Here he comes through the switchbacks. You can see he's about 3 to 4 car lengths. And by the time we get around to the front straight, they should only be a couple car lengths. And there they go. Justin Corral trying to come up alongside of him. Crossing the line there, going to be right there together. Corral, look there. As you can see, a different line on that double on the right side. Hillman airing it out, flat landing it almost all the way to the corner. Justin Corral tries to keep it short, scrub, stay low, and on the ground. And now, Hillman's got trouble. Here comes Justin Corral on the right side of the track. And just as we talked about, if Corral can stick with Hillman on the right side, he's liable to make a pass on the left side. We'll see if it happens here as they come around over the big triple they go. And oh, big mistake there for Robert Hillman. That is exactly the mistake that Justin Corral needed here in this one. So Justin Corral takes over the lead as Robert Hillman makes a major mistake there, comes up short on that big triple. We talked about here with our Spec Nitro Buggy class, it is so difficult to make it and perfectly downside that big triple. And there you can see your race leader, Justin Corral, now in pits. He is in and out of J Concepts pit lane, and that's going to allow Robert Hillman to take the lead back from him. And he's going to have a 2.7 second lead on Justin Corral. But once Hillman makes his pit stop, most likely Corral is going to take that lead back away from him. As we're saying, though, that big giant triple jump with these spec buggies, you cannot take that tight inside line. You almost have to take mid to outside in the corner, which is a far slower line in the corner, but it's what you got to do to make that big triple. Here comes Hillman. Now, once again, your race leader. He's going to have to make a pit stop here in the next few laps as well, which could change things up. Corral in the 2, William Dillon in the 3, Joel Lee in the 4, Eli Rojas in the 5, Frosty Sinclair in the 6th, and Andrew Chetty in that number 7 spot. Here comes your race leader down the front stretch. Not going to pit this time by. Down the long front stretch, he goes his fastest lap on the track right now, 45.6 on lap 17. And remember, Justin Corral's fast lap, a 45.2, so about 4/10, almost a half a second difference in their fast lap times. Consistency on this track is going to be key for these drivers as Robert Hillman right now looking smooth out front. He's got a 3-second gap on Justin Corral. And man, I tell you, it's going to depend on how long that pit stop is, how fast he can get in and out of pit lane, as to whether or not he's going to hold on to this lead, and if he doesn't hold on to the lead, how far he's going to come out of pit lane behind Justin Corral. As they work their way back onto the left-hand side here, it's Hillman, Corral, Dillon, Lee, Rojas, Andrechetti, and Sinclair. And here comes Hillman. Hillman in for fuel now. He's into the J Concepts pit lane, in and on the wall. There goes Justin Corral. Corral, now your race leader. As Hillman comes out of the pits now, he is going to be 3.3 seconds back from Justin Corral. So they basically at this point have just swapped positions. Corral was 3 seconds back from Hillman. Hillman makes his pit stop and now it reverts back. And Corral is now your race leader here in this one. Through the whoop section there, you can see Hillman. The best bet for Hillman right now, not to push too hard. Run consistent lap times. Make as little amount of mistakes as possible. And hope that Justin Corral makes a mistake, which we saw out of him earlier in the race. And with that big air jump there in the center section, anything is possible. There you saw Hillman catch that inside pipe just a bit. There goes Justin Corral as he works his way onto the left-hand side. We're 21 minutes into this race out of a 45-minute race. Still a lot of racing left to go. Justin Corral, though, looking for a possible world championship win here at VRC. On the back side of the track he goes right now. His fast lap still that 45.2 we saw early on in the race. He has not set a faster lap time so far in this one. And there you see Justin Corral, nice tight line right there around the wall. Up and over the kicker he goes. You can see he's feeling comfortable with the car's whipping it. Now here he comes in that big triple. Up and over. Oh, call! Big mistake there for Justin Corral. Corral with a 4.4 second lead. He gets back going again and is still your race leader. A time shift here, 37 minutes into this one. We're taking a look at Robert Hillman. He's 5.7 seconds back from Justin Corral. Corral has just stayed consistent in this one, and here he comes in for fuel now. Corral in and on the J Concepts pit wall. Here comes Robert Hillman on the left side of the track, coming down the front straight now. They're going to come out of pit lane just about the same time, and they do. Robert Hillman going to be your race leader now. Justin Corral going to be 0.3 of a second back from him. William Dillon in third. Lee in fourth. Andrechetti, Sinclair, and Rojas. Now the key here, once again we saw this earlier in the race, Robert Hillman was able to take over the lead when Corral makes his pit stop, but we can't forget that Robert Hillman has to make a pit stop as well. So if you're Robert right now, now's the time you try to put as much distance between yourself and Justin Corral as you can, because when you make that pit stop, it's all going to be taken away, and they're going to be right back together again. As you can see, Justin Corral got a straightaway length back from Hillman here. We'll see if Hillman makes his pit stop this time around. 38 minutes into this one, only 7 minutes left to go. Here comes Hillman. Not going to make the pit stop this time. I would say if there was any less time than 7 minutes to go, that Hillman may just try to push it, as he knows that maybe his only shot at winning this race. However, with 7 minutes, I think Hillman has to make another pit stop. There's no choice whatsoever in that. So I think Hillman right now, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do. As you can see, he's gaining time on Justin Corral in the number 2 spot. Well, here they come. Up and over the big triple jump now. Once again, Robert Hillman. He was 0.5 of a second ahead of Justin Corral that last time by. We'll see what the gap is this time. Looks to me like Corral may have made up a little bit of time. They were 0.5 of a second apart. It's going to be close as they come back around here. We'll see if Hillman makes a pit stop on this one. Nope. He's going another lap. Here he comes across the line. That time 1.3 seconds now. So indeed, Hillman is gaining time on Corral. And that is exactly what he needs to do. He's going to have to make up about 3 seconds, though, if he wants to come out of pit lane ahead or just right there with Justin Corral. As they come off the Works Racing wall. Coming up nearly 40 minutes down in this one, 39:15 down, so a little more than 5 minutes left to go in this race. And Justin Corral starting to turn up the heat now. And you got to wonder at this point, is Justin Corral starting to think maybe Hillman's not going to pit? And he's going to have to make a move to take over the lead once again. Well, we'll have to see. Here comes Hillman. And there you can see the battle heating up right now as Corral trying to dive back on him. Here comes Hillman down there, and Hillman is in the pits. So Justin Corral now going to take over the lead. On the right-hand side he goes. There goes Robert Hillman. Hillman out of the pits. Now he's going to be 5.8 seconds back from Justin Corral. Hillman, your top qualifier coming into this race, sitting second right now. Justin Corral qualified second and is now sitting in first. And look at this slow-mo right here. You see your race leader whipping the buggy a bit up and over that kicker jump. Corral has had a pretty good run here in this one. A few little mistakes here and there. Just I say that, he clips that inside pipe a bit. If you're Justin Corral at this point, we're almost 41 minutes into this one with 4 minutes left to go. It's time to kind of dial back just a little bit, not push quite as hard, keep the car on all 4 wheels, make as few mistakes as possible, maybe take a little wider line here and there. Do what you got to do to make sure that nothing catastrophic happens to you, as you've got a significant lead on Hillman. Here comes Hillman. He is going to be 7.8 seconds back now from Justin Corral. So at this point, if you're Corral, you just got to take it consistent, take it slow, and do your best to hold on to that number 1 spot. Here we take a look at Frosty Sinclair. Sinclair in that number 6 spot. A long-time racer in and out of the VRC world. Great to see him taking a big part in the VRC Weekly Racing Series. He's got a racing series of his own here in the VRC. And now he's in the World Championship, sitting in the A-Main for Spec Nitro Buggy. Sinclair running that green buggy, green wheels, white wing. Almost got a Yuchi Kanai style buggy. Jolie in that number 4 spot, another regular to the VRC Weekly Racing scene here in the World Championship A-Main. That orange white, oh, look at that, whipping it sideways there, having a little bit of fun. He's sitting in 4th right now. He's 16 seconds back. He's feeling comfortable, having some fun, whipping the car. Joe Lee working his way around right now. Now we go back to the front here. Robert Hillman in the number 2 spot. He's going to be 8.5 seconds back from Justin Corral, your race leader here in this one. Up and over the kicker jump. He looks like he's coming up on Frosty now. As we take another time shift here in this one, 43 minutes, 15 seconds into it. Time is winding down. Here we look at Andrew Chetty. Andrew Chetty working his way down the front stretch now in that teal buggy. Here comes Joel Lee in the number 5 spot. That's going to be our closest battle right now on the track between Joel and Andrew Chetty. They're only 3.8 seconds apart. There's Frosty Sinclair again once in that 6th spot. Eli Rojas in the number 7 spot. Justin Corral out front leading this one. Sinclair working his way around. There goes Corral into the works racing wall. He has an 11.1 second lead with minute 15 left to go. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much, I think, his race. I think if I was him, you'd got to think, put it on cruise control and make your way to victory, because you've got a big lead in this one. And aside from anything terrible, catastrophic, a flame out, a major crash or two, I think this is going to be his world championship to lose. Here he comes down the front stretch. Justin Corral working his way around here. 45 seconds left on the race clock now. And bumps that inside curve. This is exactly what we were talking about. This point, maybe push it out just a bit. But Corral, he's going after this lap just like it's lap number 1 as he's chasing down the lead. But he's got a 14-second lead now. Up and over the kicker he goes. Into the big triple section now. It's Corral, Hillman, Dillon, Andrew Chetty, Lee, Sinclair, and Rojas. 15 seconds left on the master clock in this one. Justin Corral may get the free lap here. We'll see. He may get one more after this one. Here comes Hillman in that number 2 spot. Up and over the big triple jump he goes. 5 seconds left on that clock. There goes William Dillon. Dillon in the number 3 spot. Up and over the triple. 7.9 seconds back from Hillman. So I don't think a lot is going to change as time has expired now. Robert Hillman is going to go ahead and cross the line in 2nd. Dillon is going to cross the line in 3rd. They're going to be done. And there you see, there's Robert Hillman. Hillman going upside down. At least, I guess if you're going to go upside down, do it after the race. Hillman going to come in 2nd. Dillon's going to secure 3rd. And here comes Justin Corral. He's on his victory lap right now. Here he comes through the inside. Big mistake right there for Justin Corral. And I guess like Hillman, if you're going to make a big mistake, do it on your victory lap. As he works his way onto the left-hand side of the track, let's just gets up on the pipe. He is excited for this one. Here he comes. Down the front stretch, ladies and gentlemen, your VRC World Champion, Justin Corral. Justin Corral will take the win. Robert Hillman 2nd, William Dillon 3rd, Andrew Chetty, Lee, Sinclair, and Rojas.